Um, so I wanted to do this call because I was kind of getting like a feeling. Well, there's a lot of feelings I have, but keeping the main thing to zone into something. I was inspired by my own team meeting at my yoga studio. So it really, a couple things she said really resonated with me. And then also just some feedback from about like a month ago, or maybe it was 2 months ago. I had a coach and she left the business, but she kind of expressed to me that she didn't feel like she knew me. And I'm all about like taking in, feedback. And I kind of have gotten that feeling lately, like maybe our team doesn't really um, know me. And so I think that's really, really important to know a little bit about me and to know a little bit about my story. And so even for teammates that are missing this call, they can watch it when I post it in the team page. So I have a pretty, really, really strong a work ethic, but there's a lot of reasons for that. And I know sometimes I can come across tough love and a little hard, but it's because the truest transformation for me was not so much a physical one, but a mindset one, and continues to be. Trust me, it's not easy, right? And I totally understand that and resonate with that, and it's not easy for me either. But I also absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt, 500%, that it is truly the personal development aspect of your business that creates a business at all, in any sense of the word. You could still be in the middle of your own journey and not even have physical transformation to show yet. But if you're sharing and you're really sharing a true mental transformation, growth in your thinking, growth in your mindset, continuously doing the work. And it's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of setback, but skipping that vital behavior, it's really just deciding that you're cashing it in, that you're skipping the opportunity altogether. And honestly, you're skipping any opportunity altogether. No matter what you're trying to go and achieve, it's going to be what you think. It's going to be what you think. Our thoughts are powerful. They're powerful and they're hard. And there's a reason that vital behavior is a vital behavior every single day. And I can tell you, just from being on vacation and surrounded by my family and a little bit of mediocrity thinking, and I really had to fight really hard to remember what I have poured into my heart and my soul and in my mindset. And that's not just for Beachbody. I mean, that's for every aspect of my life. It's for my fitness, for my nutrition, for me as a wife and a mom. Who I was the reason that I'm tough love, to get back to that, is because I was that girl and I still fight her every single day on scarcity and limited mindset. So like, I'll talk to a coach. I'll give you an instance, like 2 months ago, that this just isn't working for me, or it's too hard, or I love this line, you don't understand. And I actually just got this recently, is I don't think you understand. You've never been where I've been. And the problem with even saying that is you never know where someone has been, just because they're not sharing it or not expressing it, or better yet, they've overcome it. Sometimes the toughest people is because they've been to the toughest places. And because of that, they're tough people and they've built up a lot of resilience, and they realize that when we're not where we want to be, it's ourselves. And nobody wants to hear that, right? I don't want to hear it. I would love to give a million excuses why I'm not where I want to be. But at the end of each day, I know that it's none of those reasons. It's what I'm thinking about. It's what I'm focused on. It's my mindset. It's my personal development. That's not to say that skill doesn't come into play. Getting better at posting, getting better at being able to express yourself, But all of that is learned. That's easy, guys. And for those of you that are perfectionists, it's not going to serve you. You have got to do some work to overcome that. And I say that with all my whole heart, because this business, you're never done. Okay. As an entrepreneur, it is not a job. You are never done. You never get to close up shop and be like, that's it. Check, check, check. All you can do is be done in your own right, in your own mindset, in what works for you, and focus on the things that you can control, which is your workout, which is your nutrition. And this business is so friggin' simple, and we make it so hard. But it becomes hard when we're making it about ourselves and less about others. It becomes simple when we make the right stuff about ourselves and we make the right stuff about others. So getting back to, being told, I don't know if you've ever struggled, guys, there's women in this business that literally, like, I have a good friend of mine that literally packed up her son at 4:00 in the morning, got herself out of an extremely abusive relationship, drove across the country, moved into a shelter, then moved into with a friend, and started online coaching, and now makes over 6 figures a year and has completely supports herself and her son as a single mom. And I get goosebumps thinking about it. And honestly, sometimes I wish on people rock bottom. And I know that sounds really bad. I don't wish on people rock bottom, but I really feel like sometimes people are just, they're in such a comfort zone. Where they are is comfortable. Where they are maybe pays the bill. So that's what gets your attention, right? Or where they are, but that doesn't mean you're happy. It doesn't mean you're fulfilled. And I don't know what that is for you that's going to do that. But I'm saying, if this is the vehicle that you want to utilize, it's right here for us. And a lot of the times we're just, and myself is always included when I speak this way, a lot of the times we're not pushing through because it's too easy not to. It's too easy not to. But those people that have nothing and they have to make this something, they will. That's tenacity of life. That's the resilience of life. That is the truth. And so my personality of a little bit tough is what I've already lived through. When I was 12 years old, my mom left my dad, finally, too long. It was a very abusive, a very destructive home I grew up in, filled with addiction, filled with alcohol. That's why, going home, I love my family, but there's still stuff there, right? And it's a lot of people have made progress. It's good things, but it doesn't take me much longer than a week to realize, oh, holy crap. That's why I had to do so much work, you people. So I grew up in a constant state of fear, a constant state of worry, a constant state of change. I went to 11 different public schools, and there's only 8 years in elementary school. So that gives you an indication. And I think the reason I don't share my story a lot, I want to say this, is it is hard to share on social media. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I've made amends. I'm a part of an Al-Anon group. I have some anonymity to my journey, right? And I have some people that I care about. I have still active addicts in my family. And so I'm not enabling, but I have to share about me, if that makes sense. I can't share about them. And then a lot of the reason I don't always share with the team is because I don't want to be a victim anymore. I'm not a victim. I wouldn't change my life, my story, my past for nothing. I am so grateful to be exactly who I am and what I come from, because it is what makes me me. It's what makes me, and it's what makes me want to be better. So, my mom finally left, got the nerve. It was when I was 12, something had really destructive went down. And it was a time in our life that was terrible, but yet a little bit of freedom. There was a bit of fear lifted from us. But we lived in a car. We lived in a car for 15 or 18 months. And I don't share that very often. Like, look, I get little goosebumps. I had a lot of shame as a kid. Like, I would go to school and I was pretending that like I had a place to go and a home to go to. Um, and I didn't. So I became really good at faking it. I had learning disabilities all my life. I was dyslexic. I couldn't read. I couldn't read a word even in 6th grade. I knew how to fake shit to get by. And here's the thing, all of this sounds really sad and all this, right? But I am a survivor. Like, I am a survivor. I know how to survive. That has served me immensely. But when I started Beachbody and I started my Beachbody journey, I realized that that's all I knew how to do. And that's the girl I fight every day. That's all I knew how to do, was survive. It wasn't until this journey of incredible self-worth, to what I ate, to what I listened to what I read, that made me realize I don't want to just survive. I want to live. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. Holy crap. People are allowed to be happy. And wow, bigger yet, happiness, your life on your terms and happy, is a choice. You got to be shitting me. So these concepts, my first personal development book right here, so near and dear to my heart, The Secret, because I didn't know this way of life. I didn't know it. I had no inkling of it. I was a survivor and I wanted to be better and I wanted to be a better person. And I somehow escaped the realms of addiction that I come from, but I still my mindset wasn't better, if that makes sense. So yes, 4 years later, when I hear excuses or I hear it's challenging for me, because I do know that it's a choice. It is not our circumstances that are claiming our life. It is not our jobs or our kids or our lack of, it is our mindset. And it's our mindset no matter where we are or what we're doing. And that doesn't just apply to Beachbody. And I have to remind myself of that every single freaking day too. Jennifer just shared in our accountability group, Brendan Burchard, which I love him. He's who I got to see at Summit, and he was definitely my favorite. And, even when I'm in that funk, okay, when I've been in one for 2 weeks, I hate listening to that guy initially, because he's just fucking smiling and it's come on, dude, you always feel like this, That is when you need personal development the most, when you feel like it the least. Another thing my journey has taught me, whatever I'm feeling like doing the least is what I need to do the most, okay? And that's hard. It's hard, right? That's when we have to dig the deepest, and we're going to have the best rewards after it. It's like that workout that you don't want to do. But that is probably the workout at the end of it that you're just going to be like, I am the shit. I crushed that. I empowered myself. I did it anyway amongst how I feel. Okay, our feelings about things, I don't feel like being healthy. Those are not what should be driving our buses. And I can promise you, no success is going to happen on any level. I'm not talking monumentally. I'm not talking just financially. I'm talking everything. If I go off how I feel, I'm screwed. If I go off what I said I was going to do and commit to, regardless of how I'm feeling, that's when things are going to move. And so what, he mentioned today is momentum. Momentum is what's going to inspire you. You have to begin. And some of you in this team have not even begun. And I mean begun by, I don't even mean begun by helping your first person. That's beginning step number 1. I'll give you some examples of beginning. Your own friggin' journey. Committing 300% to a program, to nutrition, start off with a 3-day cleanse, but do it without fail, do it without cheating. And if you do it again. Do it again. Do it again. I have failed and failed and failed and failed. I just do it again. Because at the end of the day, who are we really quitting on? Ourselves. And that's not acceptable. So do it again. Try it again. So a lot of us haven't even done that. You know, we haven't even given ourselves the opportunity or the chance to have that full transformation. And without that, and I am not talking about a perfect body here, okay? Guys, there's 5- and 6-star diamond coaches that don't have six packs. They have work ethic, and they have the bravery and the courage through, again, personal development to just start sharing their journey flawlessly and failing. Action trumps everything. So, you know, one of the reasons I love to teach is because if I came home this week, I would have not worked out. I probably wouldn't have. Like, I was in a funk. I was in my own way. And because I'm an instructor, I had to show up. I have to show up. And I'm so grateful because having to show up other people made me push through and then feel better, and slowly, even if it's slow, even if it's one workout, it's one shake, it's one cleanse, it's one commitment, it gives you confidence to do more. It gives you confidence to talk to someone about what you're doing, which is all we have to do anyway. And it gives you that action, gives you that momentum to move forward. So a lot of the times I feel as though people are like, we're not supposed to be living with mindsets of just enough. And I battle that all the time too, guys. Okay, I do, because of what I was taught about money, what I was taught about worth, all of it. We're supposed to be living in abundance and realizing that our passions and our purposes can create income, can create a life we desire. So a lot of the excuses I hear in this business are kids, husbands, time, traveling, or their other commitments or their other jobs. All of these things are the most common things I've had approached or dealt with myself in the last 4 years. The flip side of all these things, all the reasons you want to be a coach, you want time. You probably want out of the job you're in, maybe, or at least you want to supplement the income for more time. Again, time. You want to be a healthier, fit, happier mom. You want to be a healthier, fit, sexier wife. And what was the other one I said? I can't remember. Anyway, these things, and myself included again. Yes? Hi, buddy. Here's one of my things. Hi, bud. How are you? So these things are all the reasons, though, to create the time, make the time. It's not going to be convenient. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes we don't even have the support. Yeah, just give me 1 second, buddy. Okay? Hang on. Where's Dad? No, you're on your phone.
Sorry. Oh, buddy.
But, buddy, I'm in the middle of a team call.
Okay, lay down quiet.
No, guys,
okay.
sorry.
Cool.
I'll be right out. No, bud.
I'll read you a story.
Go down and finish your movie or it's bed. See? But I'll be right there. So my point, perfect timing. These things are the things to find the time, to create the time. A huge driving force for me is him. And he is a special case, and he is special needs. And I don't want to work a 60-hour week and someone else take care of my son. So an hour for a team call, you know, or a power hour that he's got to play with something, or whatever the case may be, is worth it. And I can't come at my business with the mindset of I don't have the time, because still that is a scarcity mindset. So God is not limited by God is not limited by the things that you are using as excuses or your reasons. God is limited by our belief. We are literally blocking the universe from providing us what we really desire by our scarcity, by our excuses, by our limited thinking, and myself included. So what do? We do the next step. We do those vital behaviors. And I know we want some special magic answer for this business. Like, the more we get in our own head, is this not working? That's what our thinking like that is producing that, or I can't build a tribe. Well, of course you can't, because you just said it. And we cannot be supplied. It's not some mumbo jumbo stuff, okay? It's truth that we cannot be supplied. People feel our energy when we're inviting. People feel our energy about things when we're stressed. And we cannot create what we really desire as long as we're stuck. We're stuck there. And I know when I'm stuck there, but I also know the tools to get out of it. And the longer you practice those tools and those vital behaviors, the easier it is to come out of it. And the sooner that you get back on track. It's the minute you start treating your Beachbody business like a job is the minute it becomes one. Even like our other jobs, we don't always want to show up. Even teaching, I love teaching, and I don't always want to show up. I might just not feel like it, but I have committed. I have people there waiting. Well, if you treat your Beachbody business like that, it will create that. The problem is that we don't, right? Because we don't think people are waiting. But the truth is, as you start posting and you start sharing your journey, people are waiting. People are waiting. I have had people message me, why haven't you posted your workout selfie? When I don't. I had people message me, where was I on Instagram? Because I got locked out when I went to Canada. And these people may never even be people that ever order from you, or join your tribe, or maybe they will, or maybe they won't, or maybe they'll attract someone else that will. But the point is that you are serving a higher purpose and a bigger purpose, and you are helping people. And when your traction and your energy and your momentum stops, it's a bigger impact than I think we realize. So at my team meeting this week in the studio, something that she said that really resonated me was, she's like, I never wanted to be a boss or have a boss. And that's exactly like me. Okay, I really desire a life of freedom, of free will. I'm not a good employee, and I'm not a good boss. And unfortunately, there's been times in this business that that's exactly how I feel. I feel like a manager. I feel like I'm managing stuff. And I'm going to just say this, I'm fucking miserable with it. I don't want to be. I don't want to chase people down. I don't want to tell people to do shit. You should just want to do it. You have to motivate and inspire yourself. No one can do that for you. I never had an upline to do it for me. She didn't even inspire me. And the last thing she did was ever motivate me. Now, if I can do that for you, I'm grateful. I'm honored. But I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be one, and I don't want one. I love to surround myself with powerful women because I want to be a powerful woman, and I want that energy, and I want that kick-ass tribe and that vibe that, and that's not to say that we don't have hard days or hard weeks or fights with our husbands, but if we're just all in the trenches together, I swear, if you were to just commit to the 4 vital behaviors, you can't get to the end of the month without helping someone. You can't. There's no way you can invite people every single day, make time for that every day, and not get there. I'm just going to be real with you. Success Club is a mindset. It's a mindset. Right now, I'm not there because I have put blockers between me and that. I've put all this between it. It is not luck. It's not luck. It's literally math, and I hate math. It's talking to more people. It's making time for your business. It's investing in those own behaviors. You commit to something, anything. I don't even care if you couldn't work out. Let's say like Jennifer's going to do the ultimate reset. If you committed to the ultimate reset 100%, there is no way that you wouldn't inspire someone enough to start up a conversation with dream. It is fear, it is doubt, it is stuff in our way. Talk to more people about what you're doing. That's it. It's not that it's not working if they ignore you, because they ignore me too. I just stopped caring. I just talk to more people. I follow up with people that have never answered me. And you know what's fucking crazy? One day they answer me like it was nothing. It's almost like Crazyville. But that's the entrepreneur mindset, is nothing is personal. Going back to my story, that's the resilience. That's the I am not going to personalize if someone's not ready for their journey. I'm going to go on to the next person that needs it, wants it, and this can change their life. When we make it personal, you guys, we're making it about us, and it is not about me. It is about all the lives I've been able to change through amazing programs. It is all, I have this student right now. She's a PiYo student, and she's lost 11 pounds, with Shakeology and doing PiYo. And 11 pounds doesn't feel like a big deal, but you know what? 11 pounds has changed her life. She literally you can see it. Her vibe is like radiant, and she feels amazing, and she feels good again. And I live for that. I'm a junkie for that. And I'm going to tell you guys something. A lot of the times, we're like, oh, I want to work on myself. There's nothing more important. It's really important to fill up your own cup first. And I have even been in times in this business where I'm pouring way too much into everyone else besides me. And I got lost, and I stopped doing that. But my own transformation will never be as incredible as someone else's that I got to be a part of, ever. When I see a student or a challenger who feels good, who has gotten back that thing, that is the gift. And if I didn't follow up, if I didn't make time to invite them, if I didn't make time, make it, not wait for it, not put stuff around it, make time to write that post that was vulnerable and hard to share, I would have never had the opportunity to be a part of that. And that's not going to be easy. We have to stop needing easy. We have to stop needing easy. You don't have to help 20 people. If you goal set to just help, if you never even help one person, goal set to help one person. But make your business the mindset of serving others and really watching our mindsets. So if you're skipping personal development, you're missing the biggest chunk of this journey, and for yourself too, honestly, for yourself. And sometimes you're not going to feel like doing it, but those are probably the times you need to do it the most. And I can be tough because I know what someone's capable of, and I know when they're putting stuff in front of it. And again, that goes for myself. And I want a team of women that are just working. We're just working together the best we can. And we have shitty days, and we have really guys, I have days sometimes where I'm like crying in the bathroom from Sean. I mean, just really hard moments and challenging days. And I know those days it's hard to show up. And some days you show up better than others, but what you don't do is give up. You keep having a journey. You keep sharing. The stuff you're struggling with, you share. It's when you close down, close off, it gets harder and harder and harder. Trust me, to get out of that, to come back from that is really hard, because quitting is a really easy habit to get into. It's really simple to say, this is just too hard. It has nothing to do with anything else but the guts to just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward no matter what. So I guess my heart tonight is I'm taking babysitter gloves off. I'm taking boss gloves off. It wasn't ever the vision for Team Living the Dream or my business. It was a vision of women with hearts that really wanted to change themselves and continuously change themselves and wanted to continually help other people. And that's not that's not about numbers hit. It's not about always crushing a goal. I fail at goals too. It was about people helping other people with the tools and the mindsets and these behaviors that helped us. And you can't do that unless you're doing them yourself. So I myself, come next week, when the kids go back to school, I have to dive into Shift Shop. I have to give the nutrition 100% because we can't say something doesn't work when we didn't do it. And I really feel like a lot of the times coaches are like, oh, this business doesn't work. No, you didn't work. You didn't work it. Or one of those vital behaviors, I'm sure, is slacking. It does take them. You do have to be a product of the product. You do have to do personal development. You do have to show up and invite every single day. And some days you're going to invite and feel like this is a waste of friggin' time. Nobody's talking to me. Everybody feels that way. But you just keep doing it. I promise you. It's proof in the pudding. If someone else has, you can. That the consistency of laying those seeds, even minimally, will add up. But if you just stop, if you've gone like 5 days and not invited one single person to your next challenge group or my next challenge group, you have quit. You've quit. You've quit coaching. And that's going to become a habit that you get more and more into. And you cannot move your business forward from that place. You have to make the decision that you are in this. Your in doesn't have to look like a coach that does this full time and hit Success Club 38. It doesn't have to. Mine can't look like that with my life and my schedule. But you've got to set up your business to something that works for you or kind of works for you. It's going to be messy. It's going to be disorganized. It's going to be crazy shit sometimes. Embrace imperfection. Embrace being a hot mess. Embrace just failing forward at your own journey and sharing it. Embrace shitville. Does that make sense? Like, stop waiting for some grand time of your life with all the dots friggin' lined up. Let me sit down to my perfect area and no screaming kids and nobody needs me and I don't have another job I'm responsible for, and let me become a Beachbody coach. No, fuck no. That is not going to happen. What's going to happen is month after month, you are in the same spot. You're at SC0. You probably haven't signed a coach. You haven't moved forward. And then you keep saying, well, I'm going to wait until I get through this. Guys, you're doing the same thing we do with the people I talk to. Some people I talk to, I've been talking to them for 3 years. They're like, as soon as I go to my cousin's wedding, I'm going to get in your challenge group. Bullshit. Because after your cousin's wedding, you're going to have some other event. It's like sobriety, right? It's like I can use my family and addiction. After this party, I'm going to get sober. This Monday, I'm going to start a diet. Guys, this thinking, always, it's crushing dreams. It's crushing them by not taking action on them. Right now, tonight, you should invite 10 people. Action trumps all that crap. There is no perfect time. And they will never be able to create that time unless you begin. And I say this for you. This has nothing to do with me because I don't want to be a boss. This is for what I want and what I know you guys want for you if you want this. We have less than a minute. It becomes like that awkward time. So I will post this in the team page for everybody. And so, it's only 30 minutes. So I hope you gained something. I hope I helped. And I have my own goals to reach this month. And trust me, I am like digging out of my fog to get there. So let's just dig together. Let's just do it together. Yes?
Definitely.
Yeah, and the best we can. And that's all we can do. And guys, understand that this month is a very hard month, always in Beachbody, always. Moms are stressed. They have a gazillion kids that want to get all this stuff. Everyone's back to school. It's hard. It's harder than Christmas. And I've been a coach for 4 years. Trust me on this. It's literally harder than the holidays. It's not you. You keep going. You keep investing in you and those vital behaviors. I promise those seeds you plant add up. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to end it now and post this in the team page. Thank you for coming. Have an awesome night. I'm going to go see where Sean's at.